I am back. It's been such a crazy past couple of months for me. It's been wedding season and you know that's what I do. So I've been super busy with weddings and brides and amazing people. I have had zero time to film, but now wedding season is kind of slowing down. Towards the end of the year is when people are getting engaged. So I'm back and I am ready to jump right back into YouTube full force. I have a very exciting announcement to make. I am in my new studio. So this is gonna be my office for hopefully the next couple of years. This is where I host my bridal trials with my brides, and then of course the day of I travel to them. But yeah, anyway, I'm back on YouTube and I get to film for you guys. So if you're interested in this makeup tutorial of this really peachy, pretty look, then please keep watching. We're just gonna go on to foundation. So what I'm doing is just dotting it on my face, and then I'm using a Real Techniques buffing brush. This is one of my favorite brushes. The whole Real Techniques line is one of the best. So I kind of just swirl it around on my face and then kind of press it in. I don't know why on camera it looks so white, but oh well. So now I'm just taking my Pro Longwear Concealer in NC15 just to highlight, and I just put like 1.5 pumps on the back of my hand. I'm just gonna take my middle finger and dab it underneath my eyes and kind of swipe it down in a triangle like that. So I'm gonna blend it out with my Beauty Blender and just pounce it in pouncing motions. I'm gonna get right underneath my eye and blend it upward to my temple. So for those of you who don't know what a Beauty Blender is it's just a sponge, an expensive sponge, but I do believe it's worth the money. This is my favorite makeup sponge. I also like the Real Techniques. This one's really dirty, but the Real Techniques sponge, it's a good dupe for it if you don't want to spend the $20 on a Beauty Blender. But what you do is you get this damp and you use it. You can use it for powders, you can use it for cream, you can use it for foundation. I'm thinking of doing a video with a full face just using the Beauty Blender because I've done it before and it's really convenient. So for underneath my eyes, I'm going to take my Beauty Blender with powder on it and I'm going to set that concealer so it doesn't crease. Today I'm going to be setting my face with my Rimmell Stay Matte powder. This powder is my holy grail. I'm using a powder brush by Real Techniques. This is dirty. Don't judge. You know you don't wash your brushes every time either. So I'm just lightly setting that foundation. I don't need too much because I do keep this and a little puff that I got from Walgreens in my car. So when I get oily throughout the day, I can just touch up with this. It is amazing and I go through so many of them. So it's nice to have for sure. So obviously oily skin, you're gonna wanna set because you're oily, but for dry skin, you wanna set just a little bit so it's not patchy when you blend other products on your face. Now I'm going in with my Physicians Formula bronzer. This is the butter bronzer. I know they come in a couple different shades. Mine is just bronzer, but I think they have a light bronzer or a dark bronzer, but this is a pretty good mid-tone for, I even use this when I self-tan too. So I'm taking it on a Morphe M435 and I'm just gonna start circulating that on my cheeks. And this is when I'm not gonna look like a ghost anymore. You're gonna wanna go on your forehead and your temple and down the side of your cheeks. This is just gonna kind of give yourself a little shape to your face. And it's gonna give you a little bit of a tan. And to contour, I'm taking my Girlactic bronzer in Cabo. This is one of my favorite bronzers. I'm taking this on an e.l.f. brush. It looks like this. I don't know what the name of it is. Probably like a contour brush because I don't know what else you would use this for. And kind of just tap it in there really lightly. Tap off the excess. And we're gonna contour with this. So kind of just really lightly stipple it and flick it upward. And then grab your powder brush and blend that out. So I already did my brows before I started. I just used my NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Taupe and then set it with my Clear Brow Gel by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I would zoom you in and I was gonna film that part for you, but my eyebrows are crazy right now. So whenever I do my eyebrows, I always carve out whatever concealer I'm using that day. I carve out the bottom with my Morphe M432. It's just a concealer brush like this. So I get underneath and I carve it out and then I blend it downwards a little bit and then I take like whatever's on the back of my hand and just blot it on my eyelid. And then I use that as an eyeshadow base. You always want to set your concealer with a little powder. That way when you go to blend your eyeshadows, they blend seamlessly. Next I'm going to take my Samoa Silk by MAC. I don't think that they make this eyeshadow anymore, but a close dupe would be Makeup Peach Smoothie. So I'm going to kind of load that up. And I'm using a Sonia Kashuk brush. I don't know what type of brush this is. It's one of my favorite blending brushes and I wish I did so I could tell you, but it's basically just a really big fluffy brush. I use this for my transition shade all the time. And we're just gonna start packing that on into our crease. So now to add a little definition, I'm taking my Colourpop eyeshadow in Cornelious. And I'm going to take this and go on my outer corners with it and kind of lightly circle it up into my crease. This is kind of like an orangey brown. It's a lot different than it looks in the pan. It looks so dark in the pan, but on your skin it's not too bad. Now for the peachy part, I'm going to take MAC's Paradisco and I'm going to take that on a flat brush. This is a Lexi 223. I got this in an Ipsy bag. I'm just gonna generously put this on my brush and just pack it on the lid. So we're gonna smoke out the bottom lash line with Paradisco again. I'm gonna be using a Delium Tools 781. It's a little more dense brush and kind of smaller. So we're gonna go on our lash line and you can kind of be messy with this because we want it to go kind of low. And you want to bring it all the way in, focusing most of the product on the outer corner. And go ahead and connect it. So for this part, I'm just using a darker brown eyeshadow. This is the Morphe 160-18. So we're going to get really close to our lashes. So for my eyeliner, I'm going to do a really thin line, no wing or anything. I just want to kind of make sure that that lash band is really concealed. This is a NYX liquid lipstick. It is the liquid suede line, and this is called, I think, Alien. Yeah, Alien. Just kind of smear a little bit out. And then I take my Delium Tools 762. This is my all-time favorite brush for eyeliner. I use it on myself if I ever wear eyeliner, which is really rare, and on my clients as well. It's really thin, it gets that really, really precise line in pretty easily. So what I'm gonna do is get really close on the inner corner and just draw a really thin line to my outer corner. So just go ahead and put on your mascara. I'm using my Urban Decay Perversion mascara. And I don't put on too much when I know I'm putting on falsies because I feel like it interferes. I'm just going to use my Allure Luxe. Okay, so I always use my Duo Dark Lash Adhesive. And all you're going to do is just kind of touch it with the glue. You want to let it dry for about 30 to 45 seconds so it gets really tacky. That way, right when you stick it on, it doesn't move. You kind of squint your eye, go right on the center, and lock in that inner corner, and then the outer. So this is why you wear lashes, or this is why I wear lashes, because I don't have any lashes. Okay, I really can't do this anymore. Holy shit. Now that we're done with the eyes, I'm going to go back to the face and finish it off. I'm going to take my blush in Soft Spoken by NYX. And with my face shape, I find that it's easiest to start on the outer side of my cheeks and kind of blend down to the apple. Just to give myself a little color. And for highlight, I thought I'd stick with the peachy theme, and I'm going with a pink one. This is called Porcelain Pink by MAC. This is an old Mineralize skin finish, so I don't know if they make it anymore, but there's so many highlighters on the market. You can find like a pink-based one. Just apply it at the high points of your cheeks. I like to blend it up to my temples so it looks a little more natural, and then take whatever's left and blend it down onto my cheek. And I'm going to tap that on the tip of my nose. Go a little tiny bit down the bridge, not too much. A little on the Cupid's bow. Just to give you that little glow. Now for the last bit of the look, we're going to go into the lips. Finally, because I've had foundation lips this entire video, and it's gross. It's actually going to keep my lipstick on a little longer if I have foundation on them, so whatever. So I'm going to take my lip liner and I'm going to overline a little bit. And then to top it off, I'm taking my NYX lip cream in London. And we're going to really pile that on. A lot of people say this is a dupe for Kylie's Dirty Peach. Then you're going to finish off with some finishing spray. I'm taking the Wet n Wild finishing spray, and I'm just going to spray that. Woo! So this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know if you want to see any other looks. Leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.